You're the wind in my sails. You're the pull of the sea.
Good morning. First of all, thank you, Professor Yang, for your kind invitation to this wonderful conference.
It was offered to me, still you'd be all I need. You're the first of the year, a warm kiss in the cold. You're the whisper in my ear when I need it the most.
My topic today, liberalization, past, present, and future. I believe everybody in this room already knows very well about this topic, but I will try to do my best as much as I can. This is the conclusion slide. Liberalization, our past was innovative. Our current status is a sound conditioning in the treatment guideline. Our future is very promising. So I'd like to divide the three parts from past, present, and finally future. What about the past of liberalization? I would say we were quite brave and quite innovative at the time. Liberalization is a non-surgical treatment used to destroy and eliminate tumors in the liver, particularly HCC or liver metastasis. This procedure involves using heat, cold, or electric energy. We have so many weapons in our hands, from cryo, thermal injection, radiofrequency microwave, and even ILE. Enough weapon. In 2014, we initiated Asian Society, Asian Conference on Tumor. We started first conference in Taipei, Taiwan, and then Fukuoka, Japan, Korea, Guangzhou, China, and Tokyo, Seoul, and Guangzhou again, and Bali, Indonesia, DC. As you may know, local visual treatment was developed in Asia. We should be proud of it. Thermal injection, microwave ablation, and tapes actually from China and Japan. And I'm very happy to meet Professor Tong with very vast state. So 6 years ago, he told about the first day of his microwave ablation. What about the present? What is the current status of the liver ablation? Thanks to your devotion, liver ablation is accepted as one of the curative treatment options for very early and early stage HCC. I'd like to thank you all of you. According to the recent review paper by Professor Yang, almost half of papers were published from Asian countries. It makes a really great evidence to support many treatment guidelines. Thanks to our efforts, as you can see, the famous BCLC treatment guidelines, ablation is finally survived as a curative treatment option for early stage HCC. And also other guidelines, BA70, APASU, and ASU. You can see the ablation in the same path for the curative treatment option compared to surgical resection. So I would say current status is a sound position in the most HCC treatment guidelines. So I would say ablation is the best player for early stage HCC who knows its pros and cons clearly. Ablation, local tumor progression rate in current study that usually less than 10%, major complication rate less than 2%, and even the many centers complication locality surgery. Microwave ablation is the main ablation option due to better technology that needs more evidence of survival benefit compared to radiofrequency ablation. That's why in Korea, still radio circulation is predominant energy source compared to microwave radiation. As you can see, there are many core study and randomized control trial didn't prove any survival benefit of microwave radiation compared to radio circulation. We have so many tools in our hands, but which energy is better? This is a very long-standing question from 20 years ago, but unfortunately we don't have any definite answer because there is no significant difference regarding the survival benefit. So I would say it is time to shift to how to use microwave. In Asia, many Asian countries, we prefer ultrasound as a guiding modality, including fusion and CUS and artificial fluid. This is my recipe, how I do it. As we all know, for successful ablation, tumor size, location, and conspicuity is the most important factor. But recently I found another important factor, that is exit of tumor. So if a tumor satisfies the category, I usually use the single microwave ablation through the central core. And if any category doesn't meet, at that time, I prefer multiple microelectrode. I prepare two cases. First case is a conspicuous tumor with exit at the safe location.
If the whole wide world was offered to me, stay beyond.
So real accurate placement of applicator, real central core of tumor is really important. After insertion of the applicator, I ablate the so-called central core So we use the ultrasound marker, the tumor boundary and ablation both right itself. We should close monitor for accurate and optimal ablation during the whole procedure. After just 4 minutes later, there was no bleeding. Actually, almost no one, I would say, compared to even laparoscopic resection. Minimum invasive treatment. The pre-ablation MRI and then post-ablation CT, you can see quite optimal ablation job considering the tissue infection by radiofrequency ablation. Let's move on to the second case. Second case is a 2 centimeter with inconspicuous margin of ultrasound. So that's why I chose multiple RF rather than just a single microwave ablation. This is how I do it for fusion. So when I use Samsung medicine, we are using S-fusion. They provide a positioning to registration software. It's very useful and very secure. Just put the electric probe in the signal process along the mid session mark. After that, we can add point registration at the keyboard connector. And then, through the interpersonal space, we can find another point registration. If so, if I rely on registration, it will take just 2 to 3 years. For artificial ascites, we are using the angiography introduced sheets rather than spiral lever. I know in many countries are using just a spiral lever, but we are using the angiography introduction. And then by insertion along the pericardial space, and then change the wide range angiographic shapes. It's much better to infuse water more rapidly. And you can see the hepatic fractions is separated from the from the column. The skin anesthesia for RFA electrode insertion. We use the octopus 3 electrode and using the Samsung medicine ultrasound for this procedure. So-called no-touch technique. Because the lesion is not conspicuous, that's the reason. This is a separate electrode, and we can control the active length. Each electrode very flexible, depending on the location we can control. Very sophisticated operation we can provide. So first electrode is along the medial margin of the tumor. Second electrode will be inferior lateral margin of the tumor. Third electrode will be superior lateral margin of the tumor. I think many Chinese doctors are very good at ultrasound technique. I think this kind of multiple electrode insertion is not a great problem. And we need fine-tuning of registration using the nearest anatomic landmark such as the focal range. And ultrasound marker for fusion is very useful to monitor very accurately. We define the boundary of the tumor first, and then we add a later margin 5 to 10 meters like that. We can use it to some checking boundary situation. Before starting, please carefully check whether the electrode position is accurate according to your original plan. This is very important. Please take your time. If you invest 5 or 10 minutes, you can make more optimal projection. Please take time. Don't worry too much. Your 5 minutes in practice is really important to your patient. So ask yourself 3 times this question. Before starting the ablation, please ask yourself, are you sure? 3 times, are you sure? Are you sure? If your answer is clearly yes, at the time, start button, generate button. It's a really simple tip, but often we forget it. Regarding the CUS, we are using the CUS for localized inconsequential tumor before the procedure or during the procedure. We don't use the CUS for post-operation session. We prefer CT. And also, according to our study, if you use the sonography, the popping phenomenon is definitely decreased. So please try and we take reference with our study. And this is a really final registration. Using the proof phase, post-vascular phase, we finally add point registration just to start the operation. This is, I think, the best way to make accurate and optimal operation. And we ablate it just 8 minutes. Bigger longer than microwave, but I guess 3 minutes is minimum to me. There was no popping phenomenon, and we can make ablation journal quite successfully. And no bleeding. Pre-ablation amount axial, and post-ablation CT, and coronary scan. So I think we're quite successful ablation without complication. So I would say just goodbye overlapping ablation, no more overlapping ablation. So as I mentioned before, the fusion and CUS and artificial fluid are already standard technique in the ultrasound guided ablation, not anymore the new. Another thing is human aggressiveness. So recently, this kind of MDI sign shows the worst prognosis. So that's why we have to think about the tailor-made approach is necessary depending on the human aggressiveness. For example, if the tumor size is very small and there is the define is very good, or there is no sign of MDI or low tumor marker, we can easily put with a single one double electron. However, if the tumor size is larger and uniform, microvascular invasive possible and high tumor marker, at that time we need to consider more stronger weapon, including microwave or combined or even radiation. So, what about the future of ablation? Actually, this is the most difficult part for me. What new developments are emerging, although many innovative approaches have been attempted over the years, however, it's not so much commercialized. This can consistently point to the direction of our progress, so it is important we pay attention to this direction. There are so many new developments, it is impossible to cover them in these brief lectures, so I kindly ask you for your understanding, because I have to introduce them in a more general way. What will be the future? What is coming? Maybe, as you know well, the precise ablation is a really important topic. The second one is what is the new energy? And finally, immunoablation. Precise ablation is really utmost important to achieve circumferential ablative motion, including satellite movement. There are so many attempts that have been made to use more software for accurate placement of the applicator and more objective assessment of ablative motion. But unfortunately, there was no software as a stand-up, as a fusion, or a CUS, because the reason is that none of the software so far has provided true evidence that it significantly contribute to the improved survival. And also, many software is for CT guidance rather than ultrasound. This is one of the famous software, confirmation software by UA. And also, some researchers are applying the augmented reality to make more accurate and optimal ablation. And another group also investigated stereotactic thermal ablation using a 3D plan approach. And they also studied many ablative margin studies. The minimal ablative margin study is important, associated with low tumor progression after thermal ablation. Clearly, artificial intelligence and machine learning has a great potential. So this software, maybe in the future, can provide the accurate prediction of the ablation outcome. But at the moment, it's not so much practical, just on the research basis. Maybe we need to wait at least 5 more years. Yeah. So, precise ablation with the artificial intelligence is very promising, but we have still solve the problem, how much contribute to providing the real survival benefit beyond just no treatment. For safe ablation, we already know the two good energy sources, including cryoablation and IRA. Actually, it is not so new, but both energy are proven to provide a very safe ablation for high-risk location. However, cryoablation needs longer course of time, and IRA is also very expensive and needs general anesthesia. That's just a problem, but definitely I do agree this is the more safe ablation energy source. The recent new case on the block energy source is histotrypsy. Histotrypsy uses the pulse sound waves to induce bubble clouds from gases naturally present in the target tissue. These bubble clouds form and collapse in a microsecond and can destroy the tissue cellular or subcellular level. This is quite different from the conventional HIFU technology. Well, finally, immunoablation is coming. We already know the local regional treatment can induce immune system immune action locally and systemically. And also there are so many research, basic research regarding this market. However, the result is quite famous. It is very hard to apply in the practice directly. However, thanks to the recent great success of PKI and ICI, there are many studies ongoing, adjuvant immunotherapy after original treatment. And also, recently, Atebeba study shows the promising interim result, but finally the result is failed. But anyway, there are a lot of hope. And also local regional treatment plus immunotherapy, as there are so many people study, as you can see. We need to wait at least 10 years, I think. So immunoablation is very promising. But how to combine and what is the best candidate for combined treatment and post-effectiveness should be solved in the future. So I will summarize our future in several things. First, smart selection by refining the indication using the AI technology. And second, development for accurate and optimal ablation, such as using modalities. And third, compete with multiple regional treatment, including TARE and PET. And we'll find the best indication for immunoablation. And finally, we should not be neglecting post-effectiveness issues. Okay, we have so many new implantables, but as we all know, our real future is a really small part of this news. So we need to time to wait. And our society will have a great potential is adapting to this future. So in conclusion, our past was innovative. Our current status is a sound position in all treatment guidelines. Our future, as you know, is very promising. Innovative, sound position, and promising. Okay. We are clearly survived in the treatment guidelines to pass. But it is important to expand our box. However, I think it is more important to de-population, more sophisticated population in our box. It is very important, rather than just tracing the law or just expanding our indication. Thank you for your attention.